Hey guys, I want to show you how to get your first 100 followers on Parler. Now, I believe it to be the fastest growing platform in social media, and I'm going to show you guys how to set up your page for success. So this is great for brands, small business, influencers, and people who just want to communicate outside of other platforms. So let me get started here. This is a brand new page. The first thing you want to do on your page is you definitely want to have a profile image, so make sure you have one. If you click this gear, you can select your profile image and make sure you have an image. Don't just leave that blank because it gives your page, makes it more personable. So that's the first thing you want to do. The next thing you want to do is you want to make sure you have a background image. A lot of people neglect to do that, and it's very important when you're growing your page. So I'm going to just go ahead and select an image and show you how I do it. Let the editor come up. So here it goes, and it gives you the size that will be displayed. So I'm just going to go ahead and select what part of the image I want. Save that. The next thing you want to do is make sure you have all this information correct. So you can put your name here, and then this would be your username, the second field. This is the username that is unique to Parler. So if you have a business name, that would be great, or if you want to put your personal name, what have you, and then your profile. Now, the great thing about your description area here is you can put in a link. So if you're selling something or you want people to go to your other pages, like maybe Gab or Instagram, Twitter, or what have you, or maybe a YouTube video, put that link there in your description. So now let's get back to the growth. Now that you have your profile all set up, you're going to want to start posting. The main thing is you need to add content consistently in order for your page to grow. So I'm going to go ahead and add 5 posts just so that my page looks like it's active. So I've selected a first image and it's loading. And I'm just going to submit that page now. It has been added. I'm going to go up here and go to my page. If you click on the profile top left, it'll load your page, and there's my first post right here. So I'm going to go ahead and add 4 more, and then we will continue on the next step. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and refresh the page, and let's take a look at what we got. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 posts on our page. Now it's starting to look like it's an active page. Now, if you're already posting on Parler, you won't have to go through this step. This is for people who are just starting out with their Parler page. But this technique works with any page if you want to grow it. And this is what we're going to do. So now that our page looks live and active, what you want to do is you want to follow the maximum amount of people that you can per day. Now, since this account is not authenticated, which means I haven't submitted a driver's license and a photo to prove who I am, this will just be a standard Parler account, and we're only going to be able to follow around 400 people. If you were authenticated, or you would be able to do, I think, about 800, so it's almost double. So if you do authenticate your page, it is a good idea. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to start following people who will follow us back. We also want to follow influencers who produce a lot of posts, because that'll build your feed. If you click on your feed on the left-hand side, anybody you follow, their posts will show up here, and we're going to need that later. So we need to make sure we follow enough people to do that. So the best way to do that is if you just scroll down here, they show you people who to follow. You'll notice that they have these little gold shields. That means they're influencers. What you can do is you can just go down this line and follow the first group. Now, these people won't follow you back, but it will build your feed, which is good. And then I just want to go ahead and follow the first set there. The next thing we're going to do is we want to find people who are new users, and they're more likely to follow you back once you follow them. So let's do that real quick. I'm going to go to Sean Hannity's actual page here, and let's take a look at his post. So he did this 33 minutes ago. 53,000 people saw that post. But more importantly, what we want to look at is how many comments he had, okay? So if we go to these comments, we don't actually want to comment, but we want to read the comments. So let me click up here, and that should load the comments. Here we go. So now we have all of his comments. You'll see here. These are the people we want to follow. Now, if you take a look, you can see their profile image is blank. You don't want that. You want to stand out like this person here, where she put a picture. People will follow you if you look like you're a real user. So what you want to do is, if you agree with their comment, or if it's just if you're just trying to build your page to get followers fast, you don't have to worry about reading it. What you do is just click this and then click follow and success. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go down the list, and we want to do this until we get the max. So eventually Parler will give us an error saying, hey, you can't do this anymore. So go ahead and do this. And we're just going to go down these comments until we hit our maximum. You also want to look for the newest comments. That's because they're active. So notice this person commented 2 minutes ago. So that's a good person to follow. Anything after about maybe 10 minutes, it becomes less effective. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, and I'm going to show you my results. So this can get pretty tedious, but this is how you start your page. This works on Twitter and Instagram as well. So if you're on those platforms, you want to follow the daily maximum. This one has 1,000 comments. So I'm going to take a look at those. Another thing that you want to do is anytime it shows you people to follow that are not influencers, follow them. So this is actually an influencer, or not an influencer, but an authenticated user. So I'm going to follow them. So this way you can get through it a little bit faster. As you follow more people, this list will update and change for you. I am following influencers just so my feed has more posts, because we're going to need that later. And I'm also going to show you a faster way to do this using software. But for now, we're going to do it manually. And we're going to see how long it takes to get us some new followers. Now, what you could do is, if you refresh this page, sometimes this will update on the right. And did it give me any new followers? It didn't. Okay, so we'll keep moving. Now what will happen is these people are getting notifications to follow you. So that's what's really happening right now. They're going to notice that you followed them, and then a certain percentage of them will follow you back. So that's what we're trying to do right now. Okay, now that I'm into people who've commented an hour ago, I'm going to go ahead and refresh my page and see what we're looking at. Now if you look to the right of me, on the page, you'll see people to follow has updated. So I'm going to go ahead and do these because this is a faster way to follow. Anytime we can get this page to show us this list, it is so much faster. Just go down that list. Okay, great. I'm going to refresh again and see if it'll update that page for me. Okay, it didn't. So now what we're going to do is we are on our feed, and you'll see now that we have posts, because all of these posts are showing up from people we follow. And what I'm going to do is let's go to an influencer and let's see if we can find a post with more comments. Okay, he has 85 comments. That's okay. Let's take a look at this. let's take a look at our page here. Now you'll notice that we have 2 followers. So we gained 2 followers in about, 15 minutes? This will accelerate the more we do it over the next 2 days. But let's get back to following more people. Okay, so I went ahead and refreshed my feed, and you'll notice on the right we have new people to follow. So let's go ahead and do those. And we want to keep this up until Parler tells us we can't. They've set the limit to about 400. I suspect about 20 to 25% of the people we follow will follow us back. I'm going to refresh the page and see what Parler does. Okay, so we'll keep looking for comments to follow. Now you can see that we followed 364 people. So in about 26 more follows, we'll hit our limit. But let's see what happens. This is what it takes to build your page initially, but I promise it gets easier. This is just to get your first 100. After that, I'm going to show you some faster ways to do things, and you'll love it. Let me refresh the page and see what we got. Okay. Let's go back to the page here. Now it says we're following 266. I think that might be a Parler bug, but we're going to keep going until Parler physically stops us. I'm going to show you a faster way to do this, but initially you have to manually do it. The way people are growing their pages is doing this every single day. It's easier to do it in the app, but if you can't get the app because they've been removed, I have to show you how to do this on a web page. Eventually, Parler will get back on the Apple Store, and you can do it from your tablet or your phone. But for now, it's mouse and keyboard. When they do get back on the App Store, I'll show you how to do this again, but much faster. All right, let's take a look and see where we're at on this. Okay, we followed 360. So if it doesn't reset, we'll be close. A couple more minutes and we'll be done. So right now I'm going to Dan Bongino's page because he posts a lot and has quite a bit or a ton of followers. So he gets a lot of comments. If you notice on the right, it populated for us, so we're going to go ahead and go down this list. This should get us close to the max. Okay, let's keep working. Okay, let's take a look where we're at. So we're at 496. We should be pretty close. There, notice the error here? So if we try to follow someone, you're going to get this message. Wait 23 hours and 29 minutes. So every 24 hours you can follow. Let's take a look. I followed 502 people. So if you do this every day for 30 days, you're going to follow a ton of people, but you're going to start growing your followers. So over the next 24 hours, your followers will continue to grow because the people you followed haven't logged into their Parler account. So as they log in and see these notifications, 20 to 25% of them should follow you back. So let's move on to the next step. So now that we've met the maximum, let me show you how to keep growing. You want to find more comments, and here's what we're going to do with them. When you find a post that has a lot, notice this has 593 comments. Go to that post, look at the comments, and now what you want to do is upvote the comment. Just like that. What this is doing is it sends a notification to this user and it lets them know that you have upvoted their comment. I'm going to do this for about 5 minutes and then we'll check the results. Okay, so that was a little over 5 minutes of upvoting comments. So let's take a look and see where we're at. Okay, so we have 12 followers. We've followed over 500 people. Now, what's really cool is take a look at my first post. I now have 110 people who have viewed this post, and we only did that 40 minutes ago. Now take a look here. We have 6 upvotes on that one. This post has a comment and 2 upvotes. This has 137 views, 2 comments, 10 upvotes. This post has 105 views, 2 upvotes, 131 views with 5 upvotes. So you're beginning to see the page grow. Now, if you were to repeat this process every day, you will begin to grow your page. You can continue to do upvotes for as long as you can, or as long as they allow you to do that. So it's a great way to get followers. So go ahead and start doing that. And we've only spent about 32 minutes on this page, and it's brand new. And we have 12 followers. I'll refresh one more time, see if we got anybody else. So yeah, that's it. 32 minutes I've spent on the page, and we're beginning to grow. Now that we have a few followers, what we can do is start adding new posts. I would recommend every 3 hours. And then these followers will start to help grow your page by echoing and upvoting your posts. Okay guys, so it's actually been 24 hours, almost to the hour, since I've been working on this page. And as you can see on this page, let me refresh it for you. It has 608 followers. Now, if you were following this journey, you will have watched it grow from basically 0, and this is now 24 hours later. So we have 608 followers. And if I scroll down, I think we can find the original post. I've posted a lot since then. You definitely want to post a lot. You want to add content to your page to get more upvotes and comments. So I believe this is the one. It has 1.5 thousand views now since we originally posted. And that's 24 hours later. And the next one, 1.5, 1.4, 1.2. So the page is clearly growing, and I've showed you exactly how to do it. If you stay consistent and you just work hard at it, you can definitely make things happen for you. There are ways to automate this process. If you look at my link in the description, I show part 2 on how to build the page even faster, and some tools that'll make it easier for you. So anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in part 2. So take a look in the description or link in bio upstairs.